Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my name is Faizah, and I'm going to tell you more on guidance for preparing coastal and engineering hydraulic studies and impact assessment for hydraulic studies using numerical model by Department of Irrigation and Drainage Malaysia. Okay, what's the difference between EIA and this hydraulic study? This EIA is under jurisdiction of a judge, whereas this hydraulic studies is under the jurisdiction of the Department of Irrigation and Drainage. Okay, so this guide is complementary to the guidelines JKAS 1/97 guidelines for erosion following the development of coastal areas in the use of numerical methods. Models for coastal hydraulic studies distributed by Department of Irrigation and Drainage Malaysia. The aim is to provide a general criteria and standards to facilitate the studies of methods of work produced by a variety of coastal consultants. Okay, this means that DEIA will have everything, but these hydraulic studies will show how the wave is going to work, how the sedimentation is going to be transported. Next. Okay, so this hydraulic study, they consist of few modules. Five modules, that is waves near coastal module, hydrodynamics module, spread and water quality module, sedimentation and transport module, estimating sediments and coastal evolution module. Okay, so what is waves near coastal module? Okay, waves near coastal module. This is the module that will have this simulation of the waves, the tide of that coastal area. Okay, whereas the hydrodynamics module, okay, they will show us about the water, about the waves, and then the spread and water quality module. Okay, this is how they're going to show us how the water quality, how these waves is going to affect with the sedimentation. Okay, so the fourth one is sedimentation and sand transport module. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. So, as there are two possible impacts on the coastal area when land reclamation is done. One is the coastal erosion, and the other one is the inverse of coastal erosion, which is sedimentation. So this sedimentation and sand transport module will show us the sedimentation, how the sedimentation will work, whereas they will increase the sedimentation or decrease the sedimentation. And then the last one is estimating sediments and coastal evolution module. This one shows us how much sedimentation is going to move to the coastal area. Okay, so the data required for the various modules. For the waves near coastal module, the characteristic of seaways and bathymetry of the area. What is a bathymetry? Bathymetry is the same as contour, where the contour we use for the land, and bathymetry is for the ocean. And then the hydrodynamics module, the tidal data, the waves, wind, and the bathymetry. And spread and water quality module, flow of water movement data, which is we can get from hydrodynamics module. The nature of the waves near the beach, the other module. Wind, concentration of sources of pollution, conditions such as the existence of suspended sediment concentration at the source location should also be measured. Means that, okay, when we choose our place, when we choose our land to reclaim, the EIA studies will show us everything about the sedimentation concentration. And then the sedimentation and sand transport module, the bathymetry, nature of movement of water flow, which is we can get from hydrodynamic module, the wind characteristic of seabed sediment. And for the estimating sediment and coastal evolution module, the nature of the waves near the beach, characteristic of coastal sediments, and profile of the sea. Okay, so this is everything after the module. First, the DID Department of Irrigation and Drainage, we select a module, any which, up to them. Okay, and then we're going to prepare the model, and then after we prepare the module, they're going to do a data analysis. One of the officer, okay, will go to the coastal area. Okay, they will check the simulation. Okay, let's just say how many speed of this wave. and then those simulation module will tell us, okay, what are the speed, and then the model testing. Okay, this is the model testing. Like first, this JKAS officer will check the speed of the waves using conventional method, and then they are going to compare it with the simulation module that the development consultant make. Okay, let's just say, okay, the validation of the model. The validation of the model says that, okay, the speed of the waves, the JKAS officer will say that, okay, the speed of the wave is 5 meter per second. Okay, then they will check the simulation model based on the exact same place, whether it's a 5 meter per second or 6 meter per second. If it is 9 meters per second, so what they're going to do is they are going to correct the simulation model so that they are going to get the same data, so that everything will be as accurate as possible. Then there are the types of impact of development on coastal areas. Impact of pollution due to coastal development assessment can be divided by 2. Effect of mangrove forest, effect on public beach, impact of fisheries, and impact of social economy. What this thing means is that when we finish our module, we are going to find not everything is good as it seems. There may be an impact. So we're going to divide those impacts in 4 sections, which is the effect of mangrove forest. Okay, what is this going to happen to the mangrove forest? There are some land reclamation where they have to cut down the mangrove forest. It's bad for them, but in every state they have this perancangan negeri where they have certain amount of mangrove forest. It's more like a taman negara where we cannot mess with the mangrove forest. Okay, then the effect of public beach, which is what we're discussing here. The coastal area, impact of fisheries. When we reclaim land in Tanjung Tokong, some of the fishermen lost their source of economy because of this land reclamation. And then the effect of social economy. Then after that impact assessment, we are going to monitor. Okay, this is when we find out, okay, how many sediments is going to be there. Like monitoring coastal, measurement of water level along the water, monitoring of the estuarine canal, navigation, monitoring areas and other waterways and canal contaminated, measurement of the waves and tides, quality of water. This is when we measure, okay, how clean is the water, how bad is the water, okay, based on this monitoring surveillance. Next. Okay, now the land reclamation process. There are 2 land reclamation process. One is this one, the other one is that the dredge will suck all the sand and water, and they are going to transport to the land reclamation site, and they are going to discharge the water and sand there. So I am going to discuss the other one. Okay, the picture one shows a dredge. Okay, this dredge is not working. Okay, the left-hand side shows you the suction pipe where they suck all the sand, all the water from seabed. And then the right-hand side will show you the boom where they will discharge all the waters and sand into the barge. The second shows you the picture of the suction of the sand and water. And the number 3 is that, okay, after right-hand side will begin its work by discharging all the water, all the sand, and everything is on the seabed. You can see everything there. It's not very nice. Okay, and then number 4, they're going to discharge the filtered water from this barge. Okay, this barge, there are 2 ways the water will lost. One is that through the barge, another one is through evaporation. Okay, what happened is that this barge, they have this small room where they can discharge the water, and the sand will be there because they already has its filter on the barge. Number 5. Okay, number 6. Okay, after the sand is on the barge and they're moving to the reclamation site. So what happened is that they already have this ramp, tanja. Okay. So what happened is that they bring the dredge there, the barge, and then a truck will come in and take all the sand and put it like that. That is the sand that's just already water-free. And then the 8th step is just a picture to show that that is the process of unloading sands. Next.